All over the world, there are animals struggling to find homes for not only themselves, but for their very own children that rely on them for protection. Animal conservation is a sure way to give those struggling animals a home and a break from all the stress of constantly running for their lives from place to place. Whether this happens from wildfires such as those that recently affected the koala habitats in Australia, or even the wild rabbits that live in the forests in the United States that are being torn down for subdivisions as we speak. We as a nation need to join forces and help to save the helpless animals that one day in the future we might lose due to our own selfish needs or wants. By supporting conservation efforts and all the things that they do, you too can save these animals. Animal conservation has become a controversial topic over the years, mainly because many individuals misunderstand the intentions behind the act of conservation. Animal conservation, by definition, means the act of protecting ecosystems and environments to protect the animals that live within them. Many people associate conservation with zoos, but they're far different. As someone who works at a conservation, I get to see the first-hand effects of how conservation can help animals in need. This shirt is what I put on every day to become a part of Global Wildlife Center, which is an example of a nearby conservation that's working every day to better the circumstances in the wild for several threatened animals, such as drabs, scimitar horned oryx, and Father David deer, and just recently raised donations for National Giraffe Day to benefit all of the environment and the animals to keep them safe from outlying factors that could pose a threat to them in the wild. So I believe that they deserve further funding from government, both state and federal. Another example of an ongoing animal conservation that deserves to be heard and supported is the National Wildlife Foundation that works every day to keep current wildlife legislative acts in place, such as the Recovering America's Wildlife Act, which has successfully protected several species from extinction, one being bison, although it took roughly 100 years. But their hard work and support from their donors accomplished it. But if it became a state or nationwide mandate to fund these programs, this process could be sped up and even more animals could be saved. It's up to the people of the United States to come together and push for this movement so that we can save as many lives as possible. Conservation is the key to saving these beloved animals. At the end of the day, this movement cannot further its efforts without the help of those around them. If more money is allotted and donated to these foundations, then more research can be done on how to protect our precious wildlife and their habitats from disappearing from this world for good.